What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D, and first of all, I want to thank you guys for helping me hit 75,000 subscribers. Now we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, so please keep liking, sharing, commenting, and please keep subscribing to my content. I really do appreciate it. So recently I made a video, and it was a video in response to the way that Donald Trump and Barack Obama seemed to be pretty cordial and friendly with each other at Jimmy Carter's funeral. And a lot of you guys, came to my comments and you were I'd say a little bit upset with what I had to say. And I just want to say up front, this is not an apology video because I do not apologize for anything that I said about that. I stand by what I said. But I do want to clarify a couple of things because I think some of you guys misunderstood what I was trying to say. I want to start by saying I think that Barack Obama is a stand-up person. I've always thought that of him. He has done nothing but displayed himself and represented himself as a great father, a great husband, a great president, a great community servant, and just a great person in general. And that is, in spite of some of the issues that I had with him as a president or his presidency. So I understand Barack Obama wanting to put on a good face in front of the cameras and to be respectful of the office of the presidency and have some respect for the president-elect. But I also want to talk about what I think he could have done to show respect, but also not come off looking like he, was friendly with Donald Trump. First of all, I want to talk about the things that Barack Obama and other Democrats have said about Donald Trump. They have said that he is a threat to democracy. They have said that he is a racist. They have said that he is a fascist. Some of them have called him a Nazi. Some of them have compared him and some of his policies and some of his ideas and some of his thoughts to the same policies, ideas, and thoughts of the all-being dictator that we know of, whose name I won't say because YouTube doesn't like it and they like to flag you for that. But we all know who I'm talking about. And so, in my opinion, if you really think that someone is a threat to democracy, someone is a fascist, someone is, a person who you think will do just complete harm to this country and who has done damage and harm to this country with his policies, with his ideals, with his, inciting a violent mob to go to the Capitol and try to overturn the election results. If you really think that of him, how can you find it in your heart to sit there and be friendly with him? I just don't know how because, and I want to say that I watched Tennessee Brando's video and I agreed with a lot of what he was saying. He said that if he says something about Republicans, he believes it. When I get on here and I say things about certain Republicans, it is not hyperbole for me. It is not to get likes and clicks. I do this to get information to you guys. I do this to be honest with you. So, and some of you pointed that out. I could easily just, say, hey, Barack Obama is the greatest, and I agree with what he did. Because most people, that's what they want to hear. I'm not that person. I'm going to be honest with you guys, even if it costs me some followers, even if it costs me some friends, even if it costs me, some of your respect. I'm going to be honest with you. In my honest opinion, if I say these things about this person, I cannot be okay with them. I want to talk about some of the things that Donald Trump has said about Barack Obama. Donald Trump started out, his campaign to run for president by saying that Barack Obama wasn't a citizen of this country, saying that he was lying about his citizenship, said that he shouldn't even be qualified to be president of this country because he's not even a citizen of this country. He also has said that Barack Obama spied on his campaign. He has also said that Barack Obama colluded with foreign nations and should face charges because of that. He has said on so many different occasions that Barack Obama should be in prison, should face charges, and so forth and so on. He has also retweeted people insinuating that Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, was born a man. I draw the line there anyway, full stop. Like I've said many times, I need my wife to know that I have her back. I need her to know that if someone is out there saying horrible things about her, they and I will never be friends. There's a lot of speculation as to why, Michelle Obama wasn't at the funeral herself. I don't know what the truth is about that, so I'm not going to speculate at all. But I could almost guarantee you, if she were sitting there, it wouldn't have went the way that it went, because I have seen her, deal with that family. So again, to me, that's it. It would have only taken that. It would have only taken him retweeting someone insinuating my wife was a man for me to never talk to him and be cordial with him ever again. Period. Full stop. But that wasn't enough, right? So, but there's been so many other things, right, that he has done. And then you think about the people that Barack Obama represents and the fact that Barack Obama is a person of color. The things that Donald Trump has said about people of color, the things that he's insinuated about diversity, equity, and inclusion, wokeism, BLM, CRT, Black history, all these things, that again would be something else that would cause me not to want to be cordial with this person. And Donald Trump will be back to doing these same things again tomorrow. So even if you say, hey, maybe that was the start of something, then you're being fooled by who Donald Trump actually is, because we know that's not Donald Trump. We know he will definitely be calling, Barack Obama a communist, a socialist, saying that he spied on his campaign. Probably will try to have Barack Obama investigated when he becomes president. To me, if you're Barack Obama and you find yourself in a video with Donald Trump looking like you're chummy with him, even if you weren't being played, you look like you were being played. And there's another thing that Tennessee Brando and I agree with as well. If you're saying those things about someone, if we as Democrats and as liberals and as progressives are going to say that someone is a threat to democracy, how are we seen laughing, chumming it up with a person that we actually think is a threat to our well-being in this country? Now, here's where I agree with you guys. Some of you have said, he's on camera. People would have said this and that about him if had he not done that. I would have politely said to Donald Trump while sitting there, hey man, with all due respect, I'm not talking to you. I would have let him know that. And then I would have just sat there, because no one would have said anything if they just saw video of Barack Obama and Donald Trump just sitting there looking forward, or had Donald Trump turn to his other side and just talk to the bushes the whole time. Or had he just sat there and face forward. No one would have said anything. They wouldn't have known anything had happened. You would have maybe seen a video of Barack Obama looking at Donald Trump for a second and letting him know, hey, with all due respect, I'm not talking to you. And then that's it. That's all you would have seen. You wouldn't have known what he have said. You wouldn't have seen them laughing and talking and then laughing and then talking and laughing. You wouldn't have seen that. So to me, that would have been a respectable way for him to look okay on camera while letting Donald Trump know, I don't respect the things you've said and done. And maybe that's something he could have said on the campaign trail. I'm just going to let the American people know, if you ever see me with Donald Trump, we won't be talking, because the things he has said about myself and my family, I don't respect and I can't talk to him. And I know a lot of you are going to say, Barack Obama's a great man. He's the bigger person. You can be a great man, the bigger person, and not sit there and have fun and laugh with the man that you think is a threat to our democracy. I'm not apologizing for the way I feel about that. I understand what you guys think about him being a bigger person and how that's important. But in my world, if you say the things he's said about Barack Obama about me, if you say the things and post the things about my wife that he said about Michelle Obama, we're not friends. We're not pretending to be friends. I don't care what the public thinks about how it looks to them. We're not friends. I got to go home. I got to have dinner with my wife, and I got to make sure she knows I have her back. I'm not saying that Barack Obama's wife doesn't know he has her back, but what I'm saying is, for me, the way I live my life, you don't get to disrespect my wife, my family, the way that Donald Trump has done that, and get to sit around and laugh and chum it up with me. You just don't. I'll take your guys' comments, and I respect them, but there's nothing you can say to change my mind on that. I'm just saying, like, I respect what you have, your opinion of it, and if you made a video and had that opinion, I would have nothing to say about that opinion. I respect it. It's just in my opinion, it's different. I love your comments on this. I appreciate your comments on this. I appreciate you guys subscribing to my page. I appreciate your likes and your shares and your comments. Believe me, I don't take those things for granted, but I am going to be honest with you guys to a fault. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.